This is Valley News Live at noon.
We start with new information this afternoon. Fargo police say a woman was stabbed multiple times this morning and the suspect is still on the run. Crime scene tape is blocking off an area near Party City in South Fargo, just off 13th Avenue. Police say the call first came in around 7 this morning for a report of a bloody woman found by a city employee. Responders performed life-saving measures and rushed a woman to the hospital. Her condition remains unknown. But a man was reported running from the scene. He's described as a black man between 5'9" and 6'1" with a short fade, very white teeth, wearing a blood-stained t-shirt and track pants. Police says that anyone with information should contact them. Well, new for you at noon, police are now investigating an apparent shooting in Wapitin that left 2 people dead. Officers responded to the home on the city's north side at around 2:30 this morning after a woman reported a man threatening her with a gun. They were trying to make contact with the victim when they heard a gunshot from inside the home. They called in the Southern Valley Special Response Team, who found a man and woman dead from apparent gunshot wounds. A 24-year-old Jamestown man died after a rollover on I-94 yesterday. It happened around 12:30 in the afternoon between Jamestown and Valley City. A semi slowed down for a grass fire in the ditch, and a Jeep tried to pass the semi. The Jeep drifted over the center line and sideswiped the semi, then went into the median and rolled. The driver was not wearing a seatbelt, was ejected, and died at the scene. A 62-year-old passenger was taken to the hospital. The driver of the semi was not hurt. Traffic had to be rerouted for more than 2 hours following the crash. Well, these are some dangerous heating temperatures if you're not careful, and it also happens to be a first alert weather day. Let's check in with Summer Snowbog. Summer, happy Friday. I guess how important is it going to the pool today?
Definitely try to get to the pool if you're able to. If your local pool is open, it's going to be hot. It's already hot. We have first alert weather days in effect today and tomorrow for near 100-degree heat, and heat has been building across the country and will continue to do so for a few more days. And we have already been breaking records for today. Unofficial high is not yet in, but the record to beat was 95 degrees. That one was set back in 1959. Grand Forks, the number to beat was 96, set back in 1988. Well, right now in Fargo, 97. So we have broken that previous record, and the wind is picking up out of the southwest, gusting to 26 miles per hour. Currently 99 degrees in Moorhead. 97 as well in Grand Forks. We have also broken that record so far by 1 degree. And guys, we still have a few more hours of heating left in the day. Even windier in Grand Forks at this hour. Wind out of the west-southwest, gusting to 36 miles per hour. Lots of deep reds on this map. The coolest spot, 91 in Roseau at this hour, and some of the hot spots being 97 throughout the central Red River Valley. Brian, coming up, I'll let you know how long this heat wave is going to last, and we also have some severe weather potential to talk about for later on tonight.
Definitely explains why it's so important to drink lots of water today.
Yes.
Thank you, Summer. Well, as temperatures rise to potentially dangerous levels, you need to remember not to leave man's best friend in your vehicle. It's dangerous for dogs to be left in these vehicles. The temperatures can increase 50 degrees in just an hour. While our body heat is about 98 degrees, dogs are 101 degrees. And dogs don't sweat, they pant, which can cause heat exhaustion. At 105 degrees, dogs can have a heat stroke and potentially die. Make sure your vehicle has the AC running and a window cracked.
If it's panting heavily and it's just laying there and it doesn't look good, it's still not recommended to break the window. First off, there's glass that can go everywhere and you could potentially cut yourself. And there's potentially legal implications.
Now, if you see a dog locked inside a vehicle, give law enforcement a call. And don't immediately give them ice cold water or a cold towel. This will actually shock their system. It's recommended to put a dog in the shade or fan them. You can also use a wet towel to help cool them off. The search is on for an adult female golden retriever that was under quarantine for brucellosis and removed from its yard in Fargo near the Zalgold Golf Course. Now, the microchip is on your screen right now. Anyone who finds the dog or has information should immediately notify the Board of Animal Health. Brucella canis or B. canis can spread to humans and other dogs. Signs in animals may include reproductive failure and degenerative back pain. Rarely does it cause severe illness in people, but there is a higher risk for kids and the elderly. Newly released job numbers show the U.S. economy is bouncing back from the pandemic, but not as fast as many expected as businesses deal with a labor shortage. Natalie Brand reports from the White House.
At this Los Angeles cafe, the owner added new tables for the growing crowd.
Meatballs ready?
New data shows the U.S. economy is recovering from the pandemic, but slowly.
This is progress, historic progress. Progress that's pulling our economy out of the worst crisis it's been in 100 years.
The Labor Department Friday reported the unemployment rate dropped slightly to 5.8%, with 559,000 new jobs added last month. That's much better than April's dismal 266,000 new jobs number, but still less than analysts had expected.
I wouldn't call this a big miss. You know, we're improving. And if we wind the clock back a year, we are much better off than we were.
The new jobs report shows notable employment gains in the leisure and hospitality sectors as states continue to lift coronavirus restrictions, but many businesses say they are still struggling with a labor shortage. This manager at an apparel store outside New Orleans says she can't find enough help.
It's not like I'm asking for 50 people, I'm just asking for a few people.
Many businesses have blamed the shortage on expanded $300 a week federal unemployment benefits, but economic experts say there are other factors.
This combination of people being skittish because of the virus for themselves, childcare issues, and these unemployment benefits have combined to make people less likely to be in the labor force at this moment.
More than 24 states have announced they're ending extended federal benefits, a move they hope will lead to more Americans rejoining the workforce. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
The report also showed that wages increased in May for the second straight month, indicating that companies are trying to attract for workers. Fisher-Price is recalling a couple of infant rockers after the deaths of 4 babies. The concern is surrounding the 4-in-1 Rock and Glide Soothers and 2-in-1 Soothe and Play Gliders. The children were reportedly put on their backs and later found on their stomachs. Thousands of the products were sold at retailers including Walmart, Target, and Amazon.com. If you have one of these rockers, stop using it right away and contact Fisher-Price for a refund. Moore Public Schools and the YMCA are partnering to provide summer meals for children up to 18 years old. Starting on Monday, students may receive 1 meal pickup per day. Breakfast and lunch can be picked up Monday through Thursday at several parks and elementary schools in Moorhead or at the YMCA on Monday and Thursday. Special diet meals are available. Just contact the Food Services Department. We have all of the pickup times and locations on our website, valleynewslive.com. The community of Ottawa, Minnesota is honoring fallen officer Cody Hulte this weekend and raising money for local students. It's the first annual Cody Hulte Co-Ed Softball Tournament. The tournament starts at 8 tomorrow morning and they made special medals for the winning team. T-shirts are available and the Grand Forks Police Department signed softballs for the first pitch of each game. There's also a silent auction at Main Street Bar with items donated by local people and businesses. Proceeds will go to scholarships for students studying criminal justice or entering the military. This weekend, you can toss a line in North Dakota lakes and rivers free of charge. June 5th and 6th is free fishing weekend, so you can fish on any body of water without a license. The goal is to enable people who are new to fishing to give it a try. Well, coming up at noon, cutting food waste by making people pay will show you one country's solution to the mountain of leftovers. And boy, it's a hot one. Also happens to be a first alert weather day. Weather next with Summer Snowbach.